class, session 1 of the week. I want to apologize for the last recording that I made where you couldn't see my upper body. So obviously I didn't figure that one out before I went through the entire workout. So today I've backed the camera up a little bit and hopefully you can hear me. Otherwise, this is about as loud as I get. So just make sure you turn up your volume, okay? Today's workout is strength and tone. Props being used, a chair would be good for balance, or maybe even just close to a wall would be fine. Dumbbells, light dumbbells, or weight plates if you have those. And then a mat. So the mat work, it's not absolutely necessary to have the mat, but the mat work we will be on our backs and seated for some exercises, so you might want to at least be on a rug, right? Or a mat. So we're going to go ahead and get started. It's the same type of sequence. We're going to go, except this time we're going to do lower body first, then upper body. And from there we'll repeat lower body, upper body, lower body, upper body. And then each exercise will change just slightly, okay? And we'll have 4 different sections of exercises. And yeah, we'll have abs in between each one. So abs will go in between, not at the end, and at the end we'll just finish with our abs and stretch, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go with our chest expansion, warming up. I hope you had a good week last week. I hope it wasn't too hard for you and you were able to get through the sessions pretty easily. It's going to be the same thing this week. So we have 4 workouts. All right, let's bring our arms up and down. So just split arms here, warming the arms up. Bring your hands down to table, and we're just going to go cat and cow. And then we're going to turn this into dynamic. Bring your hands forward, pull your hips back, and then your hips forward. Go ahead and bring one foot forward. Keep that back knee down. We're going to go into that Atlas move. So the hips come down, pressing down, and arms come up and across. We're going to bring our hands down, bring our back knee up, and we're going to rotate. And other way. And then we're going to bring the other leg forward, knee down, Atlas pose. Hands down, knee up, rotate. And rotate. And then we're going to come into low back stretch. So hips down, head down, arms down. Good. All right, so first exercise, we're going to stand. It's lower body first. We're going to go for 40 seconds. And what it is a squat with a knee lift. We'll alternate legs. So remember, when we squat, we want to make sure we have a nice wide stance with our feet facing forward, and we're going to make sure that our heels stay on the ground as we bend the knees and our hips come back and down. Our trunk comes slightly forward. We're gonna lift up, and from here, I'm gonna bring one knee up and the other knee up and start again. And that's it for 40 seconds. You ready? Here we go. Begin. So strong posture, meaning that your trunk is nice and tall, abs are engaged, legs do the work. And stop. Good. All right, so we're gonna go into upper body. So we're gonna come down to our mat. And this is a modified plank. So our knees are down on the floor with the modified plank, and our hips are pushed down here. So see, my back is flat. And so from here, I'm gonna tap my shoulder with my opposite hand. So my right hand to my left shoulder, my left hand to my right shoulder, keeping my back flat. I'm gonna pull back. Pull forward, hips down, and begin again, okay? So this is for 40 seconds, so just really important to engage your core muscles. We don't want saggy backs, right? We want strong backs. For 40 seconds, ready, go. Tap, tap, pull back. And stop. Go ahead and stand up. So now we're going to do lower body again, and we're going to combine squats with good mornings. So watch me. I'm going to do a squat, and then the good morning is I keep my legs straight and my back flat, and I just hinge forward and come back up tall, and then we're going to alternate, okay? For 40 seconds. Ready? Begin. There's no need to rush this. We're just doing quality reps. Really focusing on our lower back here with the good mornings. And quads and hamstrings and glutes for the squats. All very important for core strength. Good. And stop. All right, come on down for upper body here. So we're going to do the same exercise with that modified plank and the pull back, but now instead of a shoulder tap, we're just going to reach forward with alternating arms. So it looks like this. So I'm going to reach forward, come back. Okay? Ready? Begin. Reach, reach, pull back. Last one. Good. Stand up. All right, so the final exercise for lower body, this is a sumo squat hinging style. So watch me. I'm gonna get really low with my squat here. Arms are in front. I'm gonna hinge by pushing my hips back and straightening my legs, keeping my back flat. Come back to sumo squat, stand from here, okay? So this is a lot of hip work here. Here we go, for 40 seconds, begin. So keep your back flat when you hinge, just push your hips back. This is really challenging, I know. It's so good for your lower body, strengthening. So your heart rate's probably increasing, right? Maybe even sweating a little. This is major muscle groups working here. And stop. Oh, good job. All right, come on down for the final upper body. So we're going to turn that modified plank exercise into an actual modified push-up into a pullback, okay? So it looks like this. I'm going to go push-up, pull back. All right, for 40 seconds. Ready? Begin. Last one here. And come to a seated position. All right, so this is where we do some abs and then you can get some water after this, okay? So the first exercise, we're gonna go 1 minute total. So 30 seconds for the first and then 30 seconds for the second. I'll stop in between each one. The first one is a single leg drop, which we've done. And then the second one will be the double leg drop. So let me demonstrate. We're on our backs. Head is up off the mat, hands behind, legs are bent. And we're just gonna drop one leg at a time. Done this before, okay? Again, remember, we wanna press that low back down into the mat, engage those abdominals, make sure we're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Here we go. 30 seconds. Ready? Go. And rest. All right, so then we'll go 30 seconds of double leg drop. It looks like this. Both legs come down, legs stay bent. Okay? All right, we'll go 30 seconds and then we'll rest and get some water, okay? Go ahead and bring the legs up, head and shoulders up, hands behind your neck. Ready? Begin. And rest. Good job. Grab some water. Okay, so we're into the second section of groupings of exercises, starting with our lower body. The first so this is a bunch of lunging work, static lunges mostly. side lunges. So the first exercise is going to be a static side lunge, which just means that we're going to stay on one leg for 20 seconds and then we'll do the other leg for 20 seconds. The static just means that we're not stepping out. We've already stepped out and we're just bending our knees, okay? So it looks like this, really wide positioning, and I'm just gonna bend my right knee by pulling my hips back. See that? Knee is over my toes, and then I come back up. That's it. And then I'll go left, okay? Make sure the foot is facing forward when you do this. And remember, we don't want to go outside the foot. We want that knee just in line with the toes. All right, for 20 seconds, we'll go right side first, and then we'll switch. Ready? Begin. Keep your back tall, your trunk tall. Leg does the work. It doesn't have to be a deep lunge. Other side, here we go. And stop. Good. Come on down to your knees for your upper body exercise. So if you want to, you can grab your dumbbells. So this is going to be a high hold position of our dumbbells into a single arm press. So it looks like this. With my trunk nice and tall, my glutes engaged with my hips pushed forward. I'm going to hold my arms here, and all I'm going to do from here is extend up, holding here. I'm going to rotate and rotate and start again. Okay? If you don't have dumbbells, you can still do the same exercise just by making fists and trying to engage those muscles, right? So just really tightening those muscles. We'll go 40 seconds. Ready? Begin. Single, single, twist, twist. Last one. And stop. Weights down. I'm going to stand up again. So the second time through the side lunges, it's still static, but when we lunge here into this knee, we're then going to hinge forward. So we're actually going to pitch our trunk forward. Look at this from the profile. So I'm here, so I'm lunging, and then I'm gonna lean forward towards my thigh, come back up. Lunge, lean, so it's a little hinge, okay? We'll go 20 seconds on the right and then 20 seconds on the left. This will be a burn. Ready? Begin. Because you're holding that lunge position a little bit longer while you're hinging, or leaning, I should say. Other side. Yeah, this one burns. And stop. Good job. All right, so second exercise for upper body. Grab your dumbbells again. So we had a high hold position, right? This time we're gonna have a medium hold. So we're just gonna hold the weights in front of us. So maybe even a 90-degree bend here, okay? And so from here, we're gonna go into a side bend, holding the weights in front of us with a double press, okay? All right, here we go for 40 seconds. Ready? Begin. Bend, bend, press. So this is trunk and arms. And stop. Weights down. And stand for your last lunge exercise. So we're actually going to dynamic side lunge. So it'll look like this. I'm going to lunge out, pull this knee up, and bring it down if you need to, or just go right into that lunge again. So if you can control your balance and just lift and lunge, you can. Otherwise, start again after tapping down. Okay, we're gonna go 20 seconds to the right, 20 seconds to the left. Ready? Begin. Again, your butt's back, slightly leaning forward, but strong back. One more. And switch. One more. Good. And come on down to your knees. Grab your dumbbells. Okay, so we're gonna hold them low. So the dumbbells are below our hips here with a slight bend in the elbows. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to twist with the dumbbells, twist, come back to center, raise them out, okay? So it's just a slight twist with the dumbbells into a raise. All right, here we go, ready? Begin. Let's go one more. And weights down. Nice. All right, we have abs. Come on down to your back. So we have some crisscross exercises. We'll do these 30 seconds each, and then we'll get some water if we need to. So the first one is feet are on the floor. Hands are behind the neck, and I'm simply just bringing that knee in as I'm rotating across to try and touch that elbow to the opposite knee, okay? We'll go for 30 seconds. Ready? Go. And stop. So the second one will be an actual crisscross. That's the Pilates move. So let me demonstrate for you. Hands are behind the head. It just means our feet are off the floor, right? So I extend my one leg out. I come across to the bent knee. And that extension, remember that extended leg keeps your rear on the mat so you don't rotate, okay? So make sure you're extending that leg all the way out, not just partially. We're just going nice and slow. This is not a quick bicycle move. This is a Pilates move, which is very controlled and slow, okay? Crisscross for 30 seconds. Ready? Go. And stop. Good job. Grab some water if you need it. Okay, so we're going to go into the third section of exercises, and starting with the lower body, we're actually going to use the prop of the chair or a wall, right? Or a door, whatever, if you need it. You may not even need it, but I like to have it. These are exercises that are more reminiscent of maybe a bar exercise or bar series of exercises, really working the legs, the hips, and the glutes, okay, when we do these, but not forgetting about our postural muscles, so our trunk when we do these exercises. If the legs are doing the work, primarily the legs, posture is still really important, so pulling our abdominals in, engaging our glutes, and that helps stabilize our back when we're doing all this leg work, okay, so that's just really important to note. The first exercise, it's going to be a front leg lift into a side leg lift. And when you lift your leg, you want to make sure that you have a little bit of a bend or flexion in your knee. And when you lift, I like to lift the leg with an open hip. So when I lift in front, I kind of keep this leg open instead of leading with the top of my leg. I kind of lead with the inside of my leg here. See that? And then I'm going to go into a side knee lift, okay? And then I'm going to alternate front and side. So notice that my trunk stays tall. The legs do the work. You can face towards the chair if you want, or you can just have one hand on one part of the chair, okay? It's up to you. So we're going to alternate right leg lifts to left leg lifts for 40 seconds. Ready? Here we go. So again, just strong posture. You decide how high you want to lift the leg. Doesn't have to be huge lift, big lift, to where you're compensating and your posture is changing, right? We want to just make sure we're maintaining strong posture. And stop. Good job. All right, we're going to come down to the mat, seated from here. And then we're just really primarily focusing on upper body here with our triceps, our rear delts, okay, and a little bit of low back here in this exercise. So this is what's going to happen. The first part of this is a lean back with onto my arms, and then I'm going to reach forward with my arms. So when I do this, I'm going to keep my legs bent. I'm going to bring my hands behind my hips. My elbows will go back behind me, so not out, but back. And when I lean back, I want to lean back with a flat back. And then when I come forward, I want to round my back and reach forward. So I get a nice little stretch there through the low back. And then I come back, lean back, and reach forward. That's it for 40 seconds. Ready? Begin. So elbows bend, reach forward, Last one. Good. All right. Go ahead and stand up for the second exercise for lower body. This is a front leg lift into a back leg lift. So let me show you the profile of this. So we lift in front, right? Same way. And then I'm going to shoot this leg back. Keeping the leg bent, I'm just going to hinge forward. So you may need the chair for this. Hinge forward, okay? We'll go 20 seconds on each side. If you need to put both hands on the chair, you can. And then we'll switch, okay? Here we go. Ready? First leg first, and begin. Strong posture. Switch legs. And stop. Good job. Come on down for upper body. So again, we're going to lean back. Same thing, leaning back. But now we're going to reach forward with one arm. Reaching forward, lean back, reaching with the other arm. Okay? So we're not getting that rounded back, reach through. We're going to reach up. So keeping that flat back through the exercise. All right, here we go. Ready? And begin. Last one. Whew, that was a good one, right? Go ahead and just knee hug really quick here. Release that back if it's stressed. And then we're going to stand up for our third lower body exercise in this section. All right, come on up. So we're going to stay on one leg for 20 seconds and then switch over to the other leg. This is a curtsy lunge, so let me show you from head on. Curtsy just means this back lunge, the foot comes across and we bend the legs. So we're going to go a double curtsy lunge into a kick out. Double curtsy kick. So the curtsy is like a pulsing curtsy lunge. The kick, it's just an extension. You can bring that foot down and start again. Otherwise, if you have good balance, you don't ever really have to touch down until you get to the back, okay? All right, for 20 seconds, if you need to hold on to a chair, you can. Ready? Go. Doesn't have to be a high kick, just an extension. Is fine. Good. Switch legs. Oh, this is a burner, huh? Last one. Good. All right, come on down. Last upper body exercise. It's still the seated lean backs, but we're gonna roll back. So that means our feet come up off the floor. So watch me. Hands still behind me. When I lean back, my feet come back with me, and then I lean forward for a nice easy stretch here with my arms forward. And then I come back, bend my knees, bend my elbows. So my back is rounded the whole time. Okay? Here we go. 40 seconds begins now. And stop. Good job. All right, we have abs, and then you get some water. So I'm going to move my chair. So we have on our backs, go ahead and come on down. All right, so we have bent leg, so it's like a modified straight, double straight leg exercise, but we're bending the legs, so it's going to look like this. Knees start bent, head and shoulders up. Bring my hands behind my neck. I'm going to extend my legs out, pull my knees in, extend my legs up, okay? We're going to go 30 seconds of these, and then we'll change it up. Ready? Begin. And rest. Whew, good job. All right, the second is a traditional double straight, and that just simply means both legs stay straight, and we're just gonna lower the legs and lift the legs, okay? Do the best you can. You don't have to go really low if you don't want to. 30 seconds, ready, begin. And rest. Good job. Grab some water if you need it. Okay, you guys, the final grouping of exercises, we're gonna do some table position exercises for just the lower body, and then we'll go down to prone exercises on our tummies for some upper body exercises, okay? And then we'll finish with a little bit of abs, and then we'll stretch and we'll be done, okay? Okay, so our first exercise is a table position, so hands and knees here. And we're going to lift back with a bent leg, okay? So it's gonna look like this. I'm just going back, and then I'm going to come out. And then I'm gonna drop this leg and switch the other side and out, okay? Anytime we're in a table position, we want to focus on making sure our abdominals are pulled up and in, so that helps stabilize our back, right, in that position. Our glutes are engaged here with our hips, and we're going to go ahead and begin. Ready? Begin. So back behind you and out, keeping the leg bent. Last one. Good. All right, come down to your tummies. So your first exercise for upper body is just a trunk lift with extended arms. So all I'm doing here is pressing up onto my hands, lifting my trunk here and then coming down, okay? I'm not sliding my hands or anything. I'm just pressing on my hands and pushing my trunk up. Elbows come up off the mat. I'm gonna push my hips down, tighten my glutes, and then come on down. So it's a little bit of a hold at the top just for a pause. Here we go, 40 seconds. Ready? Begin. You will feel this. You'll feel this in your shoulders. You'll feel this in your triceps. You're going to feel this in your upper back, primarily in that scapula area. This is the exercise that will cause your soreness tomorrow or the next day, for sure. All right, stop. Go ahead and come up to table. So now we're going to do what's called a donkey kick. So in table position, if you want, you can come down to an elbow position here. And all you're going to do is you're going to lift this leg here, and keeping it bent to start, you're going to kick it back and pull it in. Okay? You can do this from elbow position or table position. Okay? So you're kicking it back. We'll go 20 seconds on one side and then 20 seconds on the other, okay? Ready? Begin. Switch legs. And stop. Good job. Just pull your hips back, low back stretch a little bit here before we come down to our mats again. And then we're going to come down to our tummies. So the second upper body, we're just going to keep our arms bent at our sides now. Same exercise, pushing up and down, nice and slow. Okay? Here we go. For 40 seconds. Ready? Begin. Push up, press up. Getting some nice back work here as well, which is always great. You're definitely going to feel this tomorrow. And rest. Good. Come up to a kneeling position so you can get all that weight off of your arms. Just shake out your arms. Okay, this is the final exercise for the lower body. This is a cool one because it's strength, but it's also stretch, okay? So depending on your flexibility, of course, you may not be able to you might have to modify this. So this is a side leg. So we're gonna extend our leg out, keeping this leg bent. So this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna lift this leg And then I'm gonna pull my hips back. Lift the leg, pull my hips back. Okay? All right, we'll go 20 seconds on each side. Ready? Go. Switch legs. Ready? Go. Last one. Good. All right. Shake out your arms. Come on down to your tummies. Third and final. I'm going to bring our arms down at our sides. So our arms are bent here at our sides, nice and close. Hands are right outside our head here, and I'm just pressing up. That's it. Okay? For 40 seconds. Ready? Begin. So it's like a low cobra, right? We're pressing up, forearms. One more. Woo-wee. All right. Good job. Over to our backs, our last abdominal focused exercises. So there's 2 here, but we're going to alternate between the 2 instead of going 30 seconds for each. Go ahead and shake out your arms. So we're going to do what's called a hollow hold. And what that looks like is a lot like a surrender, with our legs up off the mat and our trunk up off the mat, or our upper back up off the mat. But our arms are going to be held behind our heads. So with surrenders, our arms are extended with our palms facing up, right? Hollow hold looks like this. Okay? We're going to hold this, and then I'm going to say knees in. And you're going to pull your knees in with your arms forward, and we're going to hold this position. And then I'm going to say hollow hold. You're going to reach back, extend your arms and legs, and then knees in, and then pop in. Okay? All right, so listen for my cues. We'll start with hollow hold. Ready? Hollow hold. Knees in. Hollow. Knees in. Hollow. Knees in. Last time, hollow. Knees in. Awesome. Good work, you guys. We're going to go through this stretch together, so do not stop the video. We need to go through this stretch together. This is the most important part, okay? Head is down. We're going to go ahead and bring both of our knees in and just pull on those knees to release that back a little bit. Bring your feet down, keep your legs bent. Bring your arms out to your sides, keeping the knees connected. We're just going to rotate. Knees to the left, back to center, knees to the right, back to center. So just slow rotating knees. Just limbering up that lower back. Good dynamic stretch here. Back to center. Go ahead and bring one knee in. Keep this other leg bent though, okay? Bring this knee in, pull. Put this foot on the outside of this bent knee, and then we're going to push on that inner thigh. And then we're going to pull this knee across slightly. And we're going to elevate this bottom leg, so we're pulling across the midline. Bring it down, switch legs. We're going to pull first, fold, press, pull, lift, and down. Good. All right, roll to your side, push yourselves up. We're going to go ahead and split our legs. We're just going to front stretch, so we're just going to lean forward and stretch. We're going to bend our knees, bring our hands behind our hips. Remember this dynamic hip rotation here. Knees go to the side and then to the other side. Good. Let's go butterfly. Butterfly back, reach back, head back, shoulders back. Head down. Forward again. Straight legs. And arms. Other arm. And we are done. Great job, great work. And I will see you next time for more of our stretch and tone. Okay? See ya.